Oh, welcome to Raceway of the PAEP Marbles Season 2. That intro is way too long. Anyways, let's begin. It's 5 red lights here on this 20 lap mega circuit. Well, not really that mega. Anyways, it's lights on. Away we go. Bob and Andy basically tied at the top of the table with 99 and 98 points, both on the same team. And it's gonna be as there has a terrible start. And Sebastian USA in the lead, and look who is in 4th place. Never mind, he gets shot
Look who's in second, though. It's Kale.
Oh, look
takes
at
the
this
4 bounce
for American Patriots, but I think we got a couple of shortcut takers here.
We'll see how this goes. See if anybody gets stuck on the nails. This race incredibly important.
And looks like everybody made it through. Everyone, anyway.
Iccy
They're in the lead. Andy in second place here, now having his own fight with his teammate here.
And this race is just incredibly important. We're going to see a lot of people get eliminated individually, probably some teams as well getting eliminated.
Webster
so
here
we'll see how things...
these two not having the best of lines here, but they're going to take this area, which is going to shortcut their path, but they've lost a lot of places here. And Weber getting stuck on this 3 second time loss, falling from first to last.
And we'll see how things shake out. The deceased are 36 points clear of Los Hermanos, which means that almost definitely they will retain their first place crown. If they expand that lead or if it collapses, will remain to be seen. Pyro sitting pretty in first place, or at least vying for it with Dusky. Bob and Andy kind of middling performances.
Sebastian there tries to take the lead with the shortcut, gets himself closer, but not taking the lead here. Martin with a fast lap. Where is our championship leader? Bob here in P9. Andy falling all the way to 18th here.
Andy stepped up when the one race where it was needed and is going right back down.
He's going right back down to his usual. Oh no!
Oh, he's completely off the course.
Oh no!
And now the door opens just a crack. We'll see if what happens last race might happen again. And see if Bob
might have fallen as well.
But the deceased, it looks like, will be vulnerable in this one.
Yeah,
it's going to come down to whether, especially Los Hermanos and American Patriots, can come up big. Kale in first, Pyro 5th, Sebastian USA 6th. Iccy kind of down in that 15 range, and importantly, American Patriots have come very close to a couple of good races, but some unfortunate last
and there goes Chiefs fans, ladies and gentlemen,
have taken them out of it, and I think that might eliminate Chiefs fans from the team crown as well as Justin from the individual crown with that result.
GG for Justin and his team here, but it's clever in the lead.
Webster is also in 18th.
Yeah, and Futina there jumps into the lead pretty beautifully here. Futina there, had taken that really awkward line there, but at least trying to preserve some speed here to get into there quickly. But he's going to lose some positions as look who else is rolling on the floor.
American Patriots.
Yeah, looks like he's going home. Kale is going home.
Kale has to go
He's going home.
And it's unfortunate for them. American Patriots with Andy falling off early, this was really their time to make a real push for first place. Instead, going to be resigning themselves to staying in third or even... Yeah, probably missed a checkpoint at some point.
Or got stuck and dislodged with some of the nails. That is also a possibility.
Yeah, that's a possibility. It's going to be interesting, though. It might see the same thing that happened to last race, where the deceased have one of their marbles fall early, but then none of the teams that gain points on them are ones towards the top. It's gonna take Los Hermanos finally stepping up. We've had a string of a couple of bad performances. I'm gonna try to improve on that here.
And yeah, right now it's for news. It's gonna be Bob's pedal to the metal here. He's up into P4, hunting down Putina. They're trying to get a good line here. Does take a good line, but so does Putina. Martinez there, switchbacking, trying to get a good line there. Actually, you can see both of them get past Putina, but Bob takes that 3-4 second time loss there. Doesn't lose any places except to Martinez. An awkward bout there. Mossman trying to move through Jonag as well. But it is Jolly with the fastest lap, Iccy in 13th, Pyro in 9th. That they need something higher here to really take advantage of the of Andy's misfortune, to put it lightly.
I think Cat fell off the map.
No, he's still going.
He's still going. Okay, so yeah, Los Hermanos are the only team that could realistically take them out of deceased, but it's going to take a couple of strong performances. They are 36 points back, as I said earlier. Everyone else at least 49 points behind, so it could be a bit of a challenge for anyone else to catch up reasonably.
Yeah, and here Dusky take a good line. Clever takes a better line. Martinez are trying to hit Clever there to slow himself down. Looks like he catches up here. Needs to take the inside line, so does Martinez. I don't think nobody's really favoring that outside to be around the outside line, it looks like. The cat here is just trying to keep himself not being lapped at the moment.
You can see the Quiet Kid's having a fairly good performance so far.
Yeah, they're almost out of it though. Third to last.
Bob,
not really looking.
Bob the slip to 8th, 9th there.
Yeah, we'll see how things shake out. Importantly though, Iccy is actually moved up into 5th. Don't really know where that came from. There's going to be a lot of, now into 3rd. Looks like he had a good turn at some point. He's actually passed Clever into the top 3, so
or took
this is the performance. This is the performance that Iccy needs both individually and team-wise. Individually might still be tough because Bob is going to stay ahead of him no matter what. He can only gain so many points. But team-wise, if he can stay in the top 3 and Pyro can stay in the top 10, there's going to be a lot of ground made up.
Yeah,
Los Hermanos.
The top 4 here, all jostling for position here, coming out of this exit. Okay, it's going to be Dusky, then Mossman, then Iccy. 1, 2, 3 here, gap of like around 1.5 seconds here for Iccy for that crown of this race. And if he gets and if Bob is sufficiently bad enough, he might be able to take over the individual championship lead here.
It would take a really strong performance from Iccy to especially poor one from Bob. Bob is still 12 points out of him. Yeah. Looks like, though, things are going okay for Bob. He's still sitting in 4th, trying to mitigate the poor result from Andy. He is dropping down a bit. It's just a really tight chase pack.
Yeah, it's a really tight chase pack. You can see it here. Everybody's zooming through here. Blackstone towards that bag. Webster as well. He really needs to be. If they want any even mathematical hope here, surviving isn't gonna need to be a lot higher than 15.
I think as a team, they might just be finished anyways because the deceased are gonna pass 200, and the best the Chiefs fans can do at this point is probably around 120, which is not where they need to be. So I think they might be done for here, even if Webster comes out with a first place somehow.
Somehow, as we're lap 8 of 10 here, it's now Logan in the lead, still Dusky. Top, then Putina Sebastian Riose with the fastest lap here. Actually moves to the inside there, takes 3rd place here. Hits
Sebastian, he isn't out of the individual race just yet. He's 14 points behind Bob, which isn't entirely impossible to make up. If he has a really good performance, he can pass Andy for sure. If he stay in this top 5.
Certainly, he is in 6th with the fastest lap, so.
Yeah, so that'll give him. That would give him what is that? That'll give him 15 points.
Oh.
It is Jeb, the 5th place individual. That's going to probably spell the end of his chance at the individual crown, and maybe even RL Terrace's mathematical chances to win the team title.
Yeah, he was the one carrying the team here. His teammate Mossman, they're almost having half of this point.
Pyro has dropped down a lot. I don't know if he fell off or what.
No, he's
still racing.
He's still racing.
Okay.
A bit of a scare there for everybody who's not named Bob.
And Clever has reclaimed the fastest lap as well.
Yeah, has the lead here, and by a pretty significant margin here. He came up from like 10th place 2 laps ago to retake that lead there with a straight shot through the nails, which is one of the most valuable, like a shortcut and then a straight shot through the nails, which is one of the most valuable things you can do on this course.
Yeah. And right now, things seem to be calming down a little bit. Some sense of stability on this map.
Yep.
Cat's still a lap behind, just trying to play for survival.
Takes the punishment. Clever does not.
He's going to be stalled for a good 10 seconds there. He looks like he was well wedged in that platform. Well, not that long.
He got out of there, but is in a bit of an awkward spot here. Loses down to 5th. 6th. Look who's up here.
Webster back.
Webster as well. And Bob 14th.
Jeff got stuck again.
Jeff still.
Got stuck on a different name than his teammate.
He becomes
Mossman will free him, but now it's going to be basically Cat and Jeb on the same lap here. And Bob all the way down to 14th, so might be a chance for Los Hermanos to gain some big grounds, but they do need to do a little better. Iccy holding up his end of the bargain, Pyro still sitting at the middle of the table.
As always.
Martinez moves into 1st. He had one good race, race 6 and race 2.
Oh, look at that!
if
The
he
Clever
gets
got
first-
stuck. Logan just punched him upwards. I think
Mm,
that's gonna
What
hurt
happened to
Logan here.
Martinez? He was in first and now he's back. Okay, it's just
And
tracking
even
shenanigans.
worse news for IRL Terrorist here.
Oh.
Must be, yeah, that will definitely be the end of their chances as a
Yeah.
team.
And Mossman at the back of the table, gonna continue to be at the back of the table here.
Yeah. I think Martinez, if he gets first here, he's probably still done individually just because he had a couple poor performances, but it would keep him alive, and it would be his third first place performance, which
Yeah.
is pretty.
He's
Pretty
he's
s-
23
some-
points behind Bob here, so he can definitely close up that margin enough for him to be potentially viable here if he keeps that first place, which at the moment he's fallen to third, fourth.
I mean, the goal is just to survive.
Yeah. Halfway through the race here, I see they're making a beautiful move on the inside. They're taking some risks in that section. But everybody's here in a straight line, and Martinez.
No.
But it goes
Poor
pretty
line
quickly
for
there.
him.
And oh, wait, look at this. Look at this.
Bob has
Oh, Bob has
fallen,
fallen.
and the deceased completely out of this race. They no longer control their own destiny. We will have to see what happens, but now all these teams looking, their opportunity has been set out right in front of them.
Yeah, there it is. They got the
Must be
silver,
taking
the
first
golden
as well.
ticket there. Golden ticket to victory because Cat actually has had a pretty impressive pace here. Would have been
Like,
interesting.
as always, Cat falls one lap behind and just
And-
races
and-
the fastest lap.
Yeah, just and then just proceeds to mess up the leaders for the rest of time. Webster in second place here, Clever, then Iccy and Pyro.
Oh, that's pretty big. Los Hermanos would gain like a whole. That's got to be like 20 points in the deceased at this point, maybe 25 even.
Martinez has fallen quite considerably as well.
Oh yeah,
all the way
he's
down
down
to
to
11th.
11th.
He's still going. Oh, never mind.
never mind.
Never mind.
And there he goes. He's done. Executive Overseers now, unless Jolly can pull another first place out of his ass, we're probably also going to be finished as a team. Probably not mathematically, but in at least realistically.
Jeb here.
Now we
still
see
Now
two-
racing
two
again. This
laps
basically
behind.
This
Jeb-
basically guarantees that Bob will finish in 16th, which leaves the deceased with only 6 points in this whole race, which is their worst performance by far.
Yeah, their worst performance was in race 2 with 18. Now it's gonna be a third of that. So really, the nightmare scenario here for the deceased here. They almost had the team championship. On
And
their
they have
doorstep.
a very large buffer, so they will still be in first, but the gap is going to be very uncomfortable, especially with Iccy and Pyro sitting third, fourth right now.
Yep. Here it's now Jolly in second place. Dusky quick as ever. Cat even quicker than ever. But that error has cost him. It definitely cost him a good performance here, but he's up to 13 just by the virtue of surviving.
Yep, as always, that's what he does. It's just keep on moving.
Actually, here Jolly gets past Dusky and Pyro takes that lead here.
Pyro, yeah.
But both of them have a
first.
quicker tower here. Now they're all in a big line here.
Top 5, kind of separate from everyone else. You can see Quacky's quite a bit behind them.
Yeah.
Some distance maybe starting to pick up. See
Zeb
how
has
this goes.
also fallen back down to a lower
Sebastian
position.
USA, yeah, down into 12th. Gonna be a little harder. Jeb is still not in here.
Oh, yeah. Talking about
Yeah,
falling
no,
off.
he is gone. Okay, so American Tape, they are. This was really their race to gain.
Yeah, and well,
And this
it's
is
not
really
gonna get
paving the
much.
way for Los Hermanos to capitalize.
Yeah, as long as they
Yeah.
can all stay on the track, they are going to gain massively.
Yeah, at this point, it's just
Yeah.
don't
It's a
try
big
anything
if.
stupid here. These two.
Yes.
Yeah, just don't try any funny business here. Both of those take on the inside. Los Hermanos taking the other way around, but that didn't work out for them. They weren't close enough to just snag that spot here, but they're just following each other, trailing here. I
Yeah.
see them making a move in the
looks
half
like-
pipe section.
Clever has fallen out of the top 6. I don't really know how that happened. Quaky has made himself into a good position. Top 5. Looking to, and he's still alive individually, 22 points back of Bob. So it's not entirely over for him either.
Yeah, but it's Dusky who has been mostly in control here, down those stairs, down through this drop and uppy here, or whatever it's supposed to be called.
Jolly's still behind him, still with
Oh
a chance
no,
on this
Dusky
section.
there
Oh.
almost messes up
And Jolly
Jolly.
Jolly went out
clean
first.
through as well.
Icy has fallen.
Iccy is
They're
falling.
both-
Los Hermanos disaster
Oh
strikes.
no.
And now it's going to be up to Pyro to see if they can salvage at least a gain of maybe 10, 15 points on the deceased. But it was really their chance, their time
Yeah.
to re-enter the conversation, and now it's going to be a lot harder.
Yeah, Mr. Icey, how did that happen? Explain.
I don't know. It was just I got a little too excited, you know.
One too many vitamin gummies.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's gonna have to be Pyro carrying here. He's up into second place. Jolly in the lead. Dusky here actually in fourth. Logan in second here. It's a lot of jostling here. Cat is gonna most likely here enter the top 10 by, if we continue this trend here, we're probably gonna see one, maybe two more surprise DNFs here.
Yeah, Iccy will be guaranteed 8 points, which is not terrible, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not what he was looking for.
Here comes Pyro rolling
Pyro.
backwards here with the probably the worst possible speed
Borderline.
you can imagine here.
Now this
And that will hurt Los Hermanos' chances even further.
He luckily though takes it outside line. Quacky there does the move to block him. He falls down to fifth.
Hi, I'm Jenna Ortega.
now this could leave Logan in a good place for the individual title as well.
It
Big
looks
He's
could.
currently
I-
hitting, you know, at 77.
it looks
and
like
he'll
Jackson is broken
be gaining
in the
big.
commentary box here. He's
I mean,
sitting
pretty
behind.
much good fortune still happening for the deceased, even when both of them strike out, so to speak. Cat is not going to be gaining a lot of points here. Jeb will not be gaining a lot of points. Sebastian USA will be gaining 2. Iccy is done, and Andy and Bob, the races are both done. So Logan, yeah, I guess he's just the next man up. He will put himself in a little bit of a firmer spot to contend over the last 2 races.
Yeah, moves.
Pyro still. Oh,
He's still here.
Clever dropping as well.
Clever down in
Yeah.
9th there. Black
Sing-
up past
yes.
Webster as well. They all take nice and good lines here, but they all clinking together there. And Clever, I think, might be trying to go for a 2-for-1 move. These two are going to go on the outside. Clever on the inside. Actually, Webster just goes straight through. Clever tries to block him. Not going to happen there. But it's Quacky is actually just discreetly here. Moved up into second place.
Now, Poutina's in 6th right now, so it could be a good race for Marco Terrace. We'll see if I can maybe put him on the fringes of contention.
Yeah, but
See how things go.
if you wanna
Pyro
make a move
moving
just
back
like
up into
Pyro there,
4th.
take that shortcut.
Oh,
man.
big shortcut. That's going to move him into 2nd now. Every second matters, and every placement matters.
You can see there
Goes
Logan
cleanly on the nails.
barge through past Quacky, past Pyro here. Pyro does that nice jump on the inside move there to take back that second place here. Jolly is flying ahead.
And Charlie with a
Laps,
very solid
two
lead.
laps remaining
No
here.
issues there. Pyro does well enough. Logan Quacky, same kind of level with him, trying to all get
Dusky.
second.
they actually
Dusky.
get Bump forward. Oh, no.
Oh,
Go all the way back, and Dusky's going to drop quite a few spots with that one.
just
Yeah.
brutal.
Brutal there. You're going to lose a spot even to Blackchin here. Actually, if he goes quick enough, he's not going to lose that spot to Blackchin. Still going to put him in 8th. Probably out of contention for the victory here as Jolly continues to extend that lead. Quacky here hunting down for that second place. Pyro hunting down for that podium position here.
Mm-hmm.
Tries to go for the
Almost
shortcut again.
another
Not gonna
shortcut.
happen.
Doesn't hit it. It's just going to need to take some clean lines.
Yeah, here looks like nobody else is able to take that shortcut line. Penultimate lap here, Quacky. They're still hunting. He's right on Logan. Shooting their different lines here. He's right on him. Looks like he's gonna be denied that
bad move.
opportunity there. Look at this Quacky. They're trying to collide with Logan to slow himself down. Looks like he's gonna be able to do it right there at the end, and actually takes the loop-de-loop around the outside there.
I think Pyro had some trouble there in that section as well. He's going to drop back a little bit. Yep, now sitting in 6th. And he has to make up as much ground as possible over this last lap.
Yeah, it's Jolly still in a pretty triumphant, pretty big lead here. Actually, Putina jumps into second place, I think, with just a nice run through the tower.
Oh.
But
Comes around the shortcut.
It's gonna be the hero or zero shortcut here. Clever tries, Pyro and Jeb try, not gonna happen. Right now, Dusky there almost gets it, but right now it looks like it's not gonna. Nobody gets the shortcut. It's gonna be Jolly here, around that area for the final time today. most likely going to be coming home with a smile on his face. Hits that beautifully, but it's going to be Butina and Quaky here coming for each other, hitting each other here. Jolly, they're getting in a bit of trouble.
Might open the door just a crack. Probably not, though. Both
Here comes
Butina and Quacky taking slow
Logan, they're
lines.
coming on quick, but it is going to be
Clever, I
Jolly.
think Pyro took a better line. He might beat him to the line here. No, Clever will get there first, followed by Pyro in 6th.
Dusky
Coming in
there.
7th now is Dusky, Webster.
Blacktron. It looks like Webster's going to beat Blacktron there at the end. Zonag for P10, and then let's see, Cat is gonna, with his triumphant pace, gonna make it, and he's not gonna make it within those 15 seconds. So
At least we have 10 finishers this time around.
Yep, half the field this time around, plus Cat, plus Jet, which are still on the track, but those 15 seconds are there for a reason.
Let's see how things shake out with the results. See who's eliminated, see who stays alive.
And only 2 marbles here, finishing with an average of lap time of under a minute here. It's going to be Jolly and Butina. But best of news here for Mock of Terrorists, 2nd and 3rd. That is going to be amazing news for them. They actually tie Los Hermanos here at 184 points.
And wow, yeah, that race is huge for them.
Yeah, ties the strongest performance of any teams here with 37 points out of a maximum of 40. But nobody's going to dispute Bob and Andy, which are still at the top of the table individually and team-wise. But now, multiple teams are on their heels here. Coming into next race, race 9.
And let's see who is still alive and who is going home. We're going to start out in the individual category at the bottom. Mossman, he can at most, and remember, the most you can gain on any singular racer and run race is 20 points. So you need to be within 40 to stay alive. Mossman, 49 points. He is well back of Bob, 55 points behind. He will be eliminated. Justin, 49 points behind Bob. He is done. His teammate Webster, he is technically still alive. That performance just good enough. He is 38 points back. It's going to take a monumental performance.
Yeah, by the
but he lives.
Margins, he is alive.
Jonag, 72 points. He is 32 back. Not looking great for him, but still alive. Kale, 75. That means he's 29 points back, rather. Dusky, 79 points. That puts him at 25 points behind. Martinez, 22 points back. Blacktron, 20 points back. Pyro, 15 points back. And remember, Pyro's in 12th. So everyone from here on up has really got a realistic shot at doing this if Bob and Andy can continue to struggle. Butina, Pyro, both 15 points behind. Cat, Jeb, despite some underwhelming performances, 13 points back. Sebastian USA and Jolly, especially off of that first place performance, 12 points behind. Clever, now 11 points back. He has been making a push quietly ever since race 4. Might culminate in something, and now everyone here within 10 points, within striking distance for sure. Iccy, 95 points, 9 points back of Bob. Quaky, 95 points, 9 points back of Bob. Logan, 96, 8 points back, and Bob's teammate Andy, 5 points back. And now we head on over to the team performance. The most you can gain as a team on any given other team is 37 points. So you must be within 74, and because of that, we will have to say goodbye to Chiefs fans in terms of their title contending hopes. They are at 121 points back, or 121 points total, 83 points back of the deceased. They cannot win anymore. IRL Terrace, they are 63 points back, mathematically alive, as are American Patriots, who were in 3rd place last week, or yesterday rather, now dropped themselves down to 8th, 33 points behind. So they are still within one race for sure. Everything got a lot closer after the deceased had that poor performance. Quiet Kids, they have had a ridiculously good stretch the last 3 races, which have dragged them kicking and screaming into the fringes of contention. It's 33 points, so it's not going to be easy. Or 35 points. So we will see how this goes. Funny Men Co., same thing, 4 straight solid races, only 33 points back. Executive Overseers, 29 points back. Senior Staff themselves, 26 points behind, and now 2 trailers after Mock of Terrorists have had 2 straight 35-plus point performances. They move into 2nd, 184 points, tied with Los Hermanos themselves, who have kind of underwhelmed but did just well enough to put themselves on the edge of contention, 19 points back, each of them, as we head into the final stretch.
Yeah, you can see they're on the chart there. There's just a big blob there between in the teams second to seventh. There's just a big blob there coalescing around the 175 region there on the points table. Chiefs fan there, as has been really all season, hopelessly behind, now mathematically so.
Yeah, it's just been bad from the start, and it continued to get worse. Webster is going to be racing for his individual life next time around, at least.
Yeah, he's gonna try to. But it really is a disease to either in the individual or in the teams here, is now any mistake here will propel them possibly way down the standings here, as now there's a multitude of teams that are within the range to take very good opportunity of any mistakes in race 9 or 10 here. It's still their championship to lose here.
For sure, but I mean, they just can't let something like this happen again. Only 6 points. Muck of Terrace got 31 on them. Los Hermanos, their main competitor, 17. Senior staff got 23 points on them. You just can't let that happen, especially because there are, like, I believe pretty much 8 teams that are within one race of them, which means they could drop all the way. I don't think feasibly, but they could feasibly drop all the way down to 6th in one race. It's not going to happen. If they do get past, it will be by 1 or 2 teams, but they need to be careful. They lost a lot of ground here. And individually, it's also deceivingly close. I mean, amount of people within one race, within 20 points, you have 13 of them that can at least enter a tie with Bob at the top. And there are 5 that are within 10 points of first. It is going to be a very uncomfortable race for Bob and Andy, and they're going to need to remind everybody how they got to this point in the first place next time around.
Yeah, that is it for today. We'll come back to you tomorrow here for race 9, which will most likely decide most of the marbles' fates here in terms of average finishing position. That's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye.